Hey guys, here is the review for your Unit 6 summative. Alright, first we want to list the domain and range. Remember, domain is your x values. You never repeat your x values. So our domain in this case is going to be 2, 3, and 4. Our range is our y values. You never repeat the y values, so we're just going to have 0, 1, and 3. Alright, first we want to list the ordered pairs for this mapping diagram. List them in a set. So our first one is going to be 2, 1. Our next one is 3, 1. Then we have 6, 0. So 3 ordered pairs. Remember, it's just the line going from the x value to the y value. And is this a function? Well, yes it is, because there is only one line coming off of each x value. Alright, we want to know if this is a function or not. Well, if we draw a vertical line through right here, crosses 2 points, so no, this is not a function because it fails the vertical line test. Alright, we want to list the range if we're given the domain and the function. So remember, f of x just is another fancy way to say y equals. So we have 2x plus 3 is our function. So 2 times our first domain value, which is -2, plus 3. That's going to give me -4 plus 3, which is -1. 2 times 0 plus 3 gives me just 3. And 2 times 1 plus 3 gives me 5. So my range is just -1, 3, and 5. Alright, we want to make a frequency table with intervals of 3. Remember, if the data is not already ordered, you want to order it before you even start. In this case, I already ordered the data for you, so you don't need to worry about it. Okay, your labels, whatever the data is going to go up here. This would be your intervals. This is going to be your frequency. Okay, so our first interval is going to start with 2. We want intervals of 3, so 2, 3, 4. Next one's going to start with 5, 5, 6, 7. Next one's going to start with 8, 8, 9, 10. Next one's going to start with 11, 11, 12, 13, and then finally 14, 15, 16. Okay, 2 to 4 has a frequency of 1. 5 to 7 has a frequency of 2. 8 to 10 has a frequency of 2. 11 to 13 has a frequency of 3. And then 14 to 16 is a frequency of 1. And there's your frequency table. On your test, there's going to be maybe some multiple choice questions that deal with frequency tables. You'll be given actually 4 different frequency tables that have the exact same intervals. And you'll just have to basically put your data in order and figure out which frequency table matches your data. Alright, we want to make a histogram of this data with intervals of 5. Okay, histogram is the one with the bars. Remember, down here is our intervals. Over here is our frequency. And this would be our label, so we'll just say data in this case. Okay, my first interval is going to start with 20, and it's going to go 5 values, so to 24. My next one's going to start with 25 and go to 29, 30 to 34, and 35 to 39, 40 to 44, and my highest value is 42, so I can stop there. Okay, 20 to 24 has a frequency of 5. Remember, if this is not in order, you need to put it in order. I ordered it for you already. 25 to 29 has 0, so we just leave that one blank. 30 to 34 has an interval of 2. Oops. Erase that little line there because that should not be there. And then 35 to 39 has a frequency of 1. And then 40 to 44 has a frequency of 2 again. And there is your histogram. All right, for here, I just want you to sketch a histogram that is uniform, symmetric, skewed left, and skewed right. So if I want to talk about one that is uniform, remember that's where all my bars are about the same height. So maybe something that looks about like this. Okay, if I want to talk about one that is symmetric, okay, remember that's going to be where my bars kind of either have a peak or either a valley. Skewed left is when my bars go down to the left. And then finally skewed right is where my bars go down to the right. All right. Okay, we want to make a box and whisker plot for this data right here. Once again, if it's not in order, you need to order it. In this case, it's already ordered for you. So nice and easy, your minimum is going to be 2. Your maximum is 11. Okay, if we look for our median, that's going to be between 5 and 6 because there's 4 values on either side. Well, the middle of 5 and 6 is just 5.5. Okay, median of your lower half is going to be between 3 and 4, which is 3.5. And of your upper half, which is between 7 and 10, which gives you 8.5. Okay, remember an easy way to find that is just 7 plus 10, which is 17, divided by 2, which is 8.5. Okay, and to make your box and whisker plot, plot your minimum here. Q1, median, which is 5.5, Q3, which is 8.5, and then your maximum, which is 11. Connect these two, draw a box, draw a line through your median, connect those two, and of course a label. Okay, remember, do not forget to actually list these 5 things. Okay, if you do not list those, it is not going to be correct all the way. Okay, when we're looking at a box and whisker plot, these are some of the things we can read. Okay, we're looking at the number wrong on a test. Okay, so we want the minimum score for the top 20, or the minimum number wrong. Actually, it should be the maximum number wrong. The max number wrong for the top 25%. Okay? Well, remember, the more wrong on the test, the worse you're doing. So in this case, the top 25% is actually going to be this whisker right here. Okay? So the max that you can get wrong and still be in the top 25% would be this value right here, which is 3. Okay, the IQR, their inner quartile range, is your box. So we're going to take Q3 minus Q1. 9 minus 3 gives you 6. Your range is your max, which is 11, minus your min, which is 0, which is just 11. Okay. For this one, we just want to tell what type of sampling method it is, random, systematic, or stratified. So you survey every 10th person in the hallway. This would be systematic because you're surveying every 10th person. You ask 5 boys and 5 girls their favorite color. This would be stratified because you're splitting it apart into boys and girls, and then you're randomly asking 5 of each. You pull 10 names from a class list. This is just random. There's no order to what you're actually doing, just pulling names. Do you like pizza? This is a unbiased question because it's not making pizza sound gross or good in any way. It's just asking you a question. Do you like a good movie or a boring book? This would be a biased question because it's making the book sound boring. Remember, anytime they're trying to sway your opinion, it's going to be biased. Okay. This one we want to know if it's qualitative or quantitative. Remember, qualitative is non-numerical. This one is numerical because the base word is quantity. Okay, favorite color, this is going to be non-numerical, so this is going to be qualitative. Weight, this is going to be numerical, so this is going to be quantitative. All right. If we have 4 test scores of 80, 81, 83, and 84, and we want an average of 82 in the class, what do we need to score on the 5th test in order to get that 82%? Well, here's how we figure this out. We take 80 plus 81 plus 83 plus 84 plus our missing test score of x, all divided by 5 test scores, equals our average of 82. Okay, we're going to add up our numbers on the top. And when we add those up, we get 328 plus x over 5 equals 82. We're going to multiply by 5 to get rid of this one on the bottom. So we get 328 plus x equals 1,640. I'm going to oops. That is wrong. It should be 410. And then we're going to take 410 and subtract the 328. So x is going to equal 82. So that means you need to get an 82% on your last test in order to have an 82% average in the class. All right, here we want to find the mean, median, mode, and range of this data, except if we look closely, okay, these are going to be the scores, the 120, the 90, the 80, the 130, and the 90 are the scores for the first week. Okay, we want to, in the second week, they added 10 to all their scores, and we want to find the mean, median, mode, and range of the second week. So, first of all, I'm going to add 10 to all these, so I get 130 here, 100, 90, 140, and 100, and then I'm going to put them in order. So I have 90, 100, 100, 130, and 140. So right away I can see that the one that occurs the most is 100, so that's my mode. My middle of my data is 100, so that's my median. My range is going to be 140 minus 90, which just gives me 50. And when I add them all up, I get 560. And I'm going to divide that by 5, which gives me 112. So there's my 5 values. All right, and then finally we have here, we want to compare the two teams. So we want to find the mean and range of both teams. Well, easiest one to do is the range, so we'll do that first. Range of team A is just highest minus lowest, so highest is 6, lowest is 0, so the range is just 6 minus 0, which is 6. Of B, it's going to be 8 minus 0, which is just 8. Okay, when you look at your mean for team A, you're going to add them all up, and when you do that, you get 12, and you're going to divide that by 5 to the nearest, or to one decimal is 2.4. When you add up the second one, you're going to get 22. Wait. 17, sorry. Divided by 5 is going to give you 3.4. Okay, so what I would want you to say here is that Team B has a higher average, but Team A is more consistent. Okay, well, Team B has a higher average because their mean is higher, but Team A is more consistent because their range is lower. All right, and that is the review for your summative. If you are okay in those problems, you should do just fine. We will see you later.